Hey guys, I was actually one of my Zippos is out of fluid, and I was actually thinking that I should probably make a video on how to fill a Zippo with fluid. Some people know how to do this, some people kind of guess, and there's a safe way and there's an unsafe way. So I'll show you me filling up. I thought, why not turn the camera on, and I'm sure some people can benefit from this. I do have Zippo brand lighter fluid, but you don't have to use that. Some people who are really new to Zippos, they might get confused. They sell what's called butane fluid, and that actually comes in a cylindrical bottle. It's actually aerosol, like an aerosol type can with a little nozzle. That is butane fluid. It's not meant for Zippo lighters. That's under pressure. Those are meant for butane lighters specifically. You can't use that in a Zippo. So I just wanted to mention that. You want the lighter fluid, just regular, it says lighter fluid. Don't buy charcoal fluid to start barbecues, anything like that. Just basically lighter fluid. But it doesn't have to be Zippo brand. Another brand is Ronson. That's much cheaper and easier to find. First thing is, on this specific one, some other cases might have it, the very tip or nozzle, there's a lip here, okay? That's basically child-proof, okay? So a child can't, get in there and open this on accident and obviously have access to that fluid. Real easy tip. I take my insert out and I use the case. Now, as in my other video I showed you, can use your case as a screwdriver to loosen that screw up, okay, for your flint. And another thing you can do is put your case over the top here to pop that nozzle up. Really simple. Just a neat little trick. So now our fluid's open. This is what I do, okay? Your insert's coming out this way, okay, with the wheel facing out. What I do is I lift it up. Well, you can take it out, doesn't matter. I pop, this is called the cam, okay? The purpose of this, and there's a spring underneath there called the cam spring, that's what gives you tension, okay, on your Zippo. That's what makes your lid stay shut, okay, and when it's open, stay open. That's the purpose of that, okay? If it didn't have that, your top would flop all over the place every time, you put it in your pocket. But anyway, that does go into the upright position. Okay, not many people know that. This will click up. Okay, what the purpose of that is that if you click that up, because of that little lip in there, it won't completely shut. I don't know in what situation you would want it so that no matter what, basically your flame won't go out because there's no oxygen. I mean, there's still going to be oxygen to the flame, so it won't go out. I don't know what the exact purpose of that is, but that's basically what will happen if you do that. So anyway, I lift my insert up, I pop that up, and I flip this completely upside down. Or actually, you know what? I'll flip it this way, okay? And I rest it back in the case. Why do I do this? Well, when you're filling fluid up, as you're filling it, the wick is going to saturate, and if you, depending on how long you're doing this, it could have time to drip out, and oftentimes it will. You want that dripping on your table, or on the floor. I do this so that it drips into the case, doesn't make a mess. It's really simple, okay? And the reason I put this in, the wheel facing left, okay, is that when I'm all done filling it, very simply, I lift up, flip it around, pop it right back in as soon as possible so I don't drip any fluid anywhere. Bring it down and then put that cam back, okay? So pop this out, flip it around. All right, now filling. What I do is I hold this felt pad. Some people try to just stick the nozzle in the hole here. I'll be completely honest with you, I don't know if that's originally what it was meant for. Sometimes I'll keep just a spare flint in that hole. A good tip is a lot of people, if you kind of use your tip of your fingers, you can grab some of the fibers on that felt and they'll lift it a little so you can lift it all the way. Some people actually put flints underneath here. It's just great idea, great tip, so you're never without a flint. But basically, lift this pad up, okay? Now this is bone dry, okay, completely dry. So what I want to do is I want to squirt some fluid in. You can see that. I don't suggest doing this, but I'm lifting up so you can see the fluid. Just going to give it a little squeeze, maybe count to like 5 or 6, and stop. Give that a second, okay, to kind of soak up in those rayon balls, which is basically just a synthetic cotton. Just give it a second. All right, let it soak up, distribute. Then give it another squeeze, maybe another 5 seconds or so. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That should be fine. What you don't want to do is you don't want to start filling this up so much that you can physically see the line of fluid rising past the cotton, okay, or rayon balls. You don't want that. That's too much. You want it to be saturated, but you don't want an actual puddle. Okay, that's too much. The problem is when you overfill a Zippo, it leaks everywhere. It gets in your hand, it gets in the lid. I'm sure many of you have experience with, all right, I just filled my Zippo, I lit it, and then all of a sudden I have a little fire in my lid. That's because when this goes upside down, it actually drips out into the lid, and it's just too much. You obviously don't want to risk burning yourself. If you do get lighter fluid on your fingers, I don't want to, suggest this really because it could be dangerous, but a lot of times I'll just put it under the fire real quick and it'll burn off before it actually burns you. But basically, to play it safe, I would just, wash your hands under the sink or something, or get a paper towel to wipe it off. But anyway, all right, so now we fill this, it's filled enough. If you want to go a little more, that's fine, but I don't want to risk it. This is probably at least 3/4 of the way done, so that's enough for me for now. Put the felt pad back down, okay, and you'll see, if you push that down and hold it for a second, you'll see that the fluid might start sucking up a little bit in here. Then you know you're totally fine. You don't need any more. And like I said, very quickly, flip that around, pop it down, pop your cam back in place, and try it. There's my flame. I know I'm good. Very simple. That's filling a Zippo lighter. What some people don't know, actually, let me grab something here. Actually, this is just a Torx bit I have on my desk. Little tip for you too on the Zippos. Making this a multi-purpose video here. You can actually somewhat adjust your flame by moving your wick. Now my wick is pretty black here, so it's hard to see. But if you move your wick away from the wheel, okay, that way, that will actually raise your flame. So I'm pushing this, the wick is about right here, okay, as opposed to in the middle, coming up the middle, it's off to that side. You see here, there's the flame, a little bit higher than before. Okay, if I put that wick, let me give you another example. Kind of see that flame. Now if I put that wick back towards the middle, you should be a little bit of a smaller flame. Okay, if I push that all the way towards the wheel, tuck that down, you have kind of the smallest flame available. Which is, if you're a smoker, I highly suggest this, okay? If you smoke, you want to save as much fluid as you can, so that obviously every time you go to light a cigarette, you don't need much to light a cigarette, you just need a flame. So, actually I should probably pull my wick up and replace it. But you see that's all you need to light a cigarette, okay? If you're someone who does Zippo tricks, if that's your thing, you might want to go medium to high, just because it looks cool. But then keep in mind too, when you go high, you have more of a chance of burning yourself. So maybe, for you, your personal style, maybe you go low on the flame for the tricks, just to play it safe. So either way, just thought I'd give you that tip. It's not like a definite thing. I mean, generally, towards the wheel makes it smaller, away from the wheel makes it bigger. It's not like a perfect adjustment every time. Sometimes, your Zippo might be a little bit different, depending on how your wick's, through that hole, if it's a tight fit. You could have minor differences in results. But basically, that's it. Put the wick back towards the middle. I have kind of that medium to high flame, like you normally would have in a Zippo. So there you go. That's filling your Zippo lighter and adjusting your... that's another thing I want to mention. See, alright, once I open this, I got, well, that lit on the first time. But if you're sparking your wheel 6, 7, 8 times... that means your wick is probably burnt out pretty good. What you want to do is get some pliers, pull that up a little bit, snip the top. If you watch my other video on how to replace a wick, you'll find that there is a lot more wick in your Zippo than you think. So there you go. It's a couple little tips there, and I hope you enjoyed it. Once again, thank you very much for tuning in, and I'll have more Zippo videos in the future. Thanks for your time.